That was really weird. I opened up the settings for this thing as usual, and it said that I'm scheduled for last Saturday to stream. But what did I do? What did I do to make it last Saturday? Okay, so we'll move those things around a little, and I'll start figuring out a style to draw the characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender, because I feel like I can't do it perfectly in style, but I want to know what I would bring to the table. Hello, hello, YouTube, it's Shirky, announcing meaty groundhog. My groundhog-like qualities are exaggerated. Surely there's only so many animals that I can be. How you doing on a Monday? How you doing on a Monday? There's talk of 2 guns. Woo! I see you found the secret phrase as well. Well, I mean, do 2 swords or 2 really cool hooks not appeal to you? Yeah, I guess what really beats 2 guns in terms of flashiness. They've got the flash and they've got the bang, flash bang. Kai saying, YouTube doesn't like when I say homo. I'm sick, it took the first message away from me, dang. Whoa! Oh, but sometimes we've got to say yes, homo, right? Sometimes we've got to say, it's good to kiss the homies goodnight. Yeah, something like that. Hello, Kai. How's it feeling? And you do saying, have a cannibal ang for the juice for the Zuko jump scare. They are just the regular characters to me. They are just regular characters to me, but we did very much corrupt one of them into cannibalism or something like that. Alright, let's figure out where on this canvas I'm drawing, messing around, just figuring out where this is. Kai saying gotta stick to K. I'm glad that there's a limit to the amount of censorship that YouTube will foist upon us. Hello to Ollie Selin. Hey, what's good today? What's new? What's on your mind? I guess to say what's new with me, I just okay, it's not that new, but I was reading a bunch of comics over the weekend, and some of the ones that only update a couple of times a year got an update, and they're still as quality as ever. I'm really feeling it. Very happy times. Saying, "Boy, be more creative. We all love homosexuality, but you can't just keep saying gay." This isn't a courtroom, but I'll get on the other side of this debate. Oh, eternal gay, eternal gay. Today I became a freshman. Oh right, college beginning. How's it? How's it freshing? Whoa, the intermittent egg pie is not the only fresh one that shall be around, huh? Alright, here's a little bit of a circle, and we are tilting the head a little bit like this. There's gonna be a little bit of an ear out here, a little bit of... I'm going so fast as I can possibly draw this, which isn't very fast. Alright, there's the basic outline of one, and there's talk of Yuri fish and Yuri snake. I see, the evolution from fish to snake is once again complete, now with Yuri. I wonder if... Okay, I guess I know for a fact that tired reboots of old movies would not be more well received if you just add Yuri onto them. But in my heart, I think that if a showrunner, if a movie writer did that fearlessly, that did that in the way that you're not gonna hold anything back, then that would turn out great. There's what I say. I got a new profile picture from a friend as a welcoming gift. I'm loving it. I'm seeing some kind of sand situation in there. Yeah, I mean, are you going to a college in person? How's it feeling? How's the first day? I can only guess that this means that you're gonna have to correct your sleep schedule once more. It's been all over the place, hasn't it? It's been all over the place. Oh, you gotta get healthy in there. You'd be saying, oh, by the way, I apologize, Shuru. You don't look like a groundhog in that picture, my bad. Thank you. I'm full of confidence once again, which, as you know, means I'm all too ready for the next roast. I never know what's happening next. And you guys think, you cannot mention comics around me. That childhood friend one has taken over me, mostly because the guy is hot. I feel like I'm losing it and I'm seeing the light. Is this delusion? No. This is our purpose. I feel like I should have at least hesitated a little bit before saying that. When there's good stuff, there's good stuff. When there's good stuff, there's good stuff. I mean, all I know for sure is that in that little, in the recap thing, end of year recap thing, that Webtoon and Tapeths and all of these things do in the little end of year recap thing, I know that mine's not gonna look right because I have not been reading the comics the right way, you know what's up. But there's been so many, they're so good. One of the ones I'm reading is, I don't know, really slow to update and has a funky little title. It's like The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter, and it's true what they say about long titles now, isn't it? And you're saying, I actually didn't remember the name of the first animal I had in mind, but now I do. You actually look like a quokka in the photo. I showed the photo 2 times one stream ago. You're saying that as if you're looking at it right now. There's Leviathan saying, new people seem nice, and yes, I'll revert my schedule back to normal. I'll go to bed in approximately 3.5 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh, and then I hadn't seen that as soon as it was sent. And then Kai is saying our purpose. I definitely should have hesitated, like, at least a little bit. It's big words for something that brings a lot of joy, right? Brings a lot of joy, which is reading the comics that are just right. I don't know, okay, maybe I do actually have a little bit of a problem with getting a little confused whenever I see something really inspiring or really good in the world. I try to imitate it, so not only over the weekend was I reading comics like there's no tomorrow, but I was also starting to try to plot out a little bit of comic. I've been trying to do that a lot. I've been trying to do that a lot because this brain rot goes deep, I guess, right? Oh, but I feel like this one's getting even farther because I don't know. I feel like it's solidifying even more. I feel like I've discarded the corpses of previous ideas, and this one is building upon them. It's going somewhere. And there's why there's saying 1 minute left, guys. My wisdom is, your wisdom is when you go to sleep. Your wisdom is, hey, I hope you have a good day at your next day of college tomorrow. Hey, I hope it's a good time. I hope you're learning things that are fascinating. I hope, you know what? I hope you get some expanded horizons of the mind. Why not? That's what college is for, right? There's the Leviathan saying, life has no purpose lest you give it one. Live life to the fullest, especially enjoy the little things. Those are the most important. Also, balls. I hear you. This has been some kind of energy to pour into a brain that's about to be sleeping, but that's what we've got. That is what we've got. Good night to you, Leviathan. Best of luck tomorrow. And here is a little more of an outline as I try to draw somebody that I think I've never drawn before. I mean, I was telling myself that it would be on task and full of purpose with what I want to do this week if I draw some characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender, because I had ideas for a funny little short kind of thing. It is a little bit nice and a little bit sad to see that a bunch of people are still finding, I don't know, the shorts that I'm proud of having written and stuff. They're still finding those things, but then subscribing because of them. But then I'm sitting here like it has been a year. It's been like a year, but you know, let's make something else. I've wanted to make something else. I wanna make something else. And then I missed your message almost saying, Lenny Van Tang, you get so smart, you'll be the smartest in this chat in a few more years. Smarter than all of us, smarter than me, smarter than Jaro. Oh, I'm in the crossfire and I didn't even know. I mean, it's easy to be smarter than Joe. Thanks for lending me a little self-confidence by saying I look like a quokka and not a groundhog. Oh, quokkas are known for being cute and chubby-cheeked. I can be happy with it. I needed that mental armor to withstand what came next. There's talk of live, laugh, wisdom. Why not? As Leviathan is already gone. Oh, there's just well wishes and goneness around here as I try to draw a little bit of a hair. Okay, probably the best thing that I want to do first is to try to draw him on model a little bit. I think that'll mean a slightly smaller ear. A little bit on model, and then this is basically it also. I've gone into the same canvas as we had last stream as well. And I don't know what inspired it entirely. Perhaps just that there's a tiny cat around here, and a tiny picture of a cat around here. Great things to have. Alright, we've erased part of the face and we're going in a little bit more. I don't know, in thinking up comic ideas over the weekend. I don't know, I say weekend, but it has been like the past, what's a little more than 24? 32? Past 32 hours, let's say. Maybe it was a little too soon to erase that part of this face. And if I'm doing an ensemble of characters, then I don't know what the hell is going on here for one. But that's not really anything to do with the ensemble cast of characters. No, I don't know what colors to make all of their hairs, even though I have sort of a idea for what's going on in each of their minds, each of their characterizations. There's Kai putting forth that whatever's going on there is shit hands. And YouTubers are actually saying more than 24 is 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I jumped right to 32 now, didn't I? Oh, could be a sign that I'm smart or something. Let's interpret it that way. How about it? Alright, there's your cheekbone, and it goes through like the first third of your ear. Sounds a little bit painful, but we're just talking about where things line up. There's it's like they're saying, Jaro, it's the it okay guy. His it okay hand is resting. Oh. If you're resting the fact that it's okay, does that mean that it's not okay until the hand is back in action? Not okay until the hand is back in action. I don't know what else is new other than reading some comics that make me really happy. Oh, I guess I would want a screenshot of whatever was going on in that one ContraPoints video about Twilight, because there was something really specific about that. Because amidst all this, in the middle of figuring out an art style for, I don't know, whatever my own take on Avatar: The Last Airbender character is, in the middle of that, I'm just, wow, okay. Somehow it's been a while, and I guess by a while that means more than a year since I was caught up. Was I ever caught up on ContraPoints videos, even though they're really good? I didn't know that you had a t-shirt that said Transsexual Menace on it. Oh, that's the good stuff. There's accusations being flung around. Kia, I didn't raise you like that. There's accusations of Kia, accusations of Hyundai Sonata. There's YouTubers are saying, I miss those days when Twilight was a time of day. don't even 100% remember that. I want to say probably I do remember that, because Twilight was what, 2009? Plastic on my hand. And so I probably have some memories from that time. The break to blowing my nose really loud or something. Yeah, this will probably work out. I don't know, how do I ensure that I'm not going back on the screen with some crazy snots on my knees? Second camera on self. There we go. It's a break. And the microphone works again? I would hope so. I would. Please. Hello. And there's talk of Jigsaw has now become my guardian. I'm switching names around, and then there's talk of always been, and then there's YouTubers just like saying, no, Jaro, you forgot to turn the mic off. Darn. Y'all heard me blasting schnoz, didn't ya? Well, I've given away worse secrets before, other than the sound of whatever the hell schnoz makes when I blast. Alright, so we know each other a little better now. How you feeling? Okay, looking for the thing that I was trying to screenshot. I go back into the ContraPoints video, and the top comment is still, my grandfather was the biggest Twilight fan I've ever known. He found the Twilight series just after my grandmother passed away, and the books helped to fill a void in his life. He loved the books, and he loved the movies. He loved the books so much he installed a stereo system around his entire property, so he could listen to the audio books wherever he was at, inside or out, and be listening to those books every waking hour. I was a young boy at the time, so I felt an obligatory disdain for the gushy love story, but my grandfather explained it to me, and I decided it was acceptable. He had a signed copy of each book, and when he passed, he left each of his children one of those books. R.I.P. Grandpa Eddie. This has been an impromptu reading of the comment of Dimwit Gang 5544. It was just very striking, very striking as I open this up. Little hands going around here, resting your hands. Honestly, I am having a mild hand cramps, I do believe. I do declare, as I try to learn from the art style of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, there we go. That's the term that I was looking for. Disavowing. Disavowing. It's a little form of, okay, there was a different explanation for it in this cool comprehensive video. There was a different explanation for what disavowal in a story means, but my understanding is that disavowal is a little type of narrative tension or resistance. It's not enough to just want something, because sometimes readers can feel guilty or dirty or not right about wanting something. That's the state of the world. That it's not just okay to want some things in all situations. But disavowal is a narrative tool. Jet looks so angry. Disavowal is a narrative tool where the protagonist claims not to want something, but through a bunch of really contrived scenarios gets it anyway and has to enjoy it. My God, and YouTube, no, I was just joking. Or was I? No, I was. Was I? Yes, I was. Was I? Yeah, indeed was. Huh. That's a lot of words, as if I'm smart around here. You know that I know that I don't know what to know. There was a better way for this to end. Alright, I'm drawing your angry little face. Let's try to keep this a little bit on model. This is quite the dark phone screen. Your eyebrows are a shape. Your eyebrows are such a shape, my guy. Alright. No, okay. There is still proportions that go into some really cartoonish shapes. Okay, let's just start with the eyes. If I'm having trouble with this, start with the eyes where they are. Maybe the nose. Starting with the eyes, and by eyes I mean the nose. Starting with the eyes, and by eyes I mean the nose. Alright, a little bit like this, a little bit like this. It's not quite in the right way yet, I think, but I'll figure it out. There's Memesa talking about. Memesa has entered the chat. No, Memesa, you didn't. Are we banishing people? Oh, now you did. Oh. Is there only a way to enter with a little frowny face emoticon? How's it going, Memesa? I seem to recall that you either, I don't know, had the ongoing creative plans to either make a full animated series or a comic. I guess I bring it up partially because it's neat to wonder how things are progressing, and also neat to, I don't know, relate to various things. This smiley emoji going on in here. Smiley emoticon, dare I say. Alright, so here is a little more hair as I try to keep this a little on model. I think this is way smaller. This is way smaller than I usually draw the further eye in 3/4 perspective, which must mean that I've been studying things in a generally unrealistic manner. I need to measure this more. I think I need to measure this a little bit more. Wow, because something that I'm doing is not quite lining up. And by something, I possibly mean all of it. Something possibly mean all of it. Is that how your eyes look, dude? Is that how your eyes look, dude? Okay, maybe a little bit pointier in the chin. A little bit pointier in the chin. There's a smiley face going on. Okay, it's not the title of this stream or anything, and I really do mean to learn how to draw the Avatar: The Last Airbender characters, but comic ideas that I'm having, I kind of want to, what the what the hell is that got really detailed. Wait, none of the other fellows on the other page had such detailed grippers. Grippers, I say. Grippers, I repeat. Is it okay with this one too? Will you also say that it's okay? Or are you snatching his unsuspecting little face? Interesting. Alright, so what I want to do is draw like a little bit of a lineup. I don't know how much will be crowding or anything. I'll just go for it. No need to worry about crowding the canvas. Okay, I think I'm thinking of 5 characters, but I'm steadier on 4 of them than I am on the 5th. And I think they would all be more interesting if I could just add some kind of a twist to them. Some kind of a twist to them that changes up the nature of how they are perceived, but is that common for a cast of characters? There's YouTube Sucky saying, by the way, cheerio! I have failed in my task of finishing the one thing I was doing. I won't have as it. I've spent several hours of my life already in this dumb thing, so I'll finish it maybe for Friday. And that's the not okay, guy. Oh, a nemesis with them grippers appears. Most frightening. Oh, speaking of ongoing creative projects, I guess I was kind of wondering about the artwork, about the thing, about whatever it is. Well, it's very likely, it's extremely likely that I'm going away for a week, after the Friday stream. Well, I mean, I guess I'll see what's happening when it's happening. Extremely likely though, so, alright, I guess that can be an added sense of time, if you needed one, and if you didn't need one and it doesn't help, then I guess I'm just sorry for saying that, but it's there. Alright, so here is one character, because this stuff is super on my mind. I've read so many comics, but that doesn't just extend to, I don't know, what I want to say are my most common reads, a generic romance fantasy from Korea. I've read so many of those, but there's other types of fantasy to be had, such as male-oriented, power-leveling, wish fulfillment fantasy, also from Korea. Honestly, there's similarities to be had, but I find that they rarely cross over. YouTubers are saying you have no idea what it is. You wouldn't be able to guess it in a trillion years. For some reason in my head, okay, and I hope that guessing doesn't throw off the energy or anything like that. It wouldn't, right? Because I'm going to guess. But in my head, I think that it's a lot of characters, maybe. I think maybe it's a lot of characters. Yeah, that's kind of a wide range of things that could be the guess, but yeah, maybe they're all together in a picture. Maybe that's what's up. Alright, so we're building a man. We are building a man, something like that. And I'm gonna use ridiculous cartoon shapes to do it, perhaps. I don't know. I might break it up different. And then YouTubers are saying, oh no, Shadow, maybe you'll have acid after all. Damn, I tried to ask in advance if it would be a good thing or a bad thing. Alright, so here's a little bit of being stanced up in this character lineup, and then I want a couple of the characters to be, kind of unusually tall, except for the one character that is at, like, average height. That's, how I'm thinking of it right now. Taking up a whole big bunch of the canvas as a kite pops into the magma, and also somebody called Active Mollusk. Alright, so here is a little bit of this. I guess I'll go for a shape like this, something like that. And you're also going to have legs. I've seen that people can have different length torsos versus legs and things, but it's hard to believe. I don't know, the variety that can come with a person. Goodness, whatever Active Mollusk was has disappeared right away. And then there's YouTubers are actually saying a lot of characters is not a thing. A lot of characters? In what, Jiro? In what? What is the medium?
I thought maybe a drawing. I thought maybe you were gonna be drawing something, but perhaps I don't really know. There's a guy saying Brina's not here, so I have to carry on her spirit with the Sabrina Carpenter lyrics. That's that, me espresso. Something about just reading it as a sentence without perfectly remembering how the song goes, because I think I've heard it 3 times. I think somehow I've managed to hear viral hit song Espresso 3 times. It gave me Jax Films energy. God, is he still alive? Knock on wood or whatever the hell. Is he still alive though? What are you doing, man? Jax Films? He's like, hey, with the almost 5 million subscribers, with 4 weeks ago a video on Mr. Beast, so that's a little bit topical, but it doesn't appear to be roasting the hell out of him, so it's not as topical as it could be.
What are you up to, man? What are you up to, man? You kept making a bunch of different channels. YouTube is so exciting. To be honest, it was supposed to be a very small joke made in one day. Got the idea and told you about something related on Monday. The idea was to have it for a Wednesday, but then I noticed if I put a little more effort, this could be a great meme for the channel. I would crown myself as the Euro YouTube meme master of all time. I feel like some kind of crown is yours for musical purposes, and for the panache of being able to carry on a bit. Have we ever seen it before? Have we ever seen it since? Maybe not, maybe not. It exists, you know? It exists, you know? However, what's the best allegory here? The Olympics? Just because you got gold in one category doesn't mean you can't go for it in another. Well, that's some kind of full of pressure sort of phrasing of it. No, there's no pressures to be had. But you're the one talking about crowns out here, so crowns shall be found. All right. All of this and part of a hand and a little bit of a hand and a little bit of a circle starting up as I shrink the guys, as I shrink the fellows. I say I was reading a bunch of comics over the weekend, but honestly, I think a good chunk of it was rereading because I wanted to, reread some of the better wild power leveling comics to know what they're really made of. I have notes at this point. I have notes around here. Alright, so here's a little bit of looking for the notes. Apparently, I concluded that in a power leveling fantasy kind of story. Are you no, I did leave a space for the protagonist. That is more or less the character dynamic that I was going to go for also. You might need a little bit longer of an arm. You know, it's not just enough to draw a lanky fellow in between the figures I've started drawing. Oh no, we're lengthening your arm to encompass everyone here. There's and then it's all perfect. This talk of we'll get gold in all the categories, sure, all of them. Can we interest you in some bronze? Can we interest you in some silver? I think, was it yesterday that I was like seeing news? No, it was Saturday. I was seeing news about, the strange, unprecedented case of trying to take a bronze medal away from a gymnast. I've only gotten like the Cliff's notes. You have perfectly guessed the characterization. Wow. You know, I thought I was writing the main character, but in fact, perhaps I shall consult you on writing this main character because you have figured it out based only on the blank space in between these other characters. I'm gonna draw some glasses on you. Hopefully that's not too incredibly nerdcore. I don't know. I was going to figure out the proportions of this. I've drawn some absolutely awful hair. I've drawn an absolute mushroom of a hair. We're gonna okay, this it keeps getting worse. Okay, just imagine that there's some hair there. Alright, what was I even saying? Did I interrupt my own self about hearing on Saturday about the unprecedented case of trying to take a bronze medal away from a gymnast? It's It's weird having the Cliff's Notes, aka Reddit comments version, because who reads the articles, of course. Reddit comments version of the story, because now all I know about them trying to take away a bronze medal is that every other gymnast would have had 4 minutes to repeal any errors or anything. They would have, but then the one who is losing out only had 1 minute because she went last. That's truly baffling to me. Oh, hello to Brina saying, hey y'all, I'm so sorry I'm late, I was biking. Hey, there's got to be fitness and health, I guess, to pass on the news of what's new with everybody. Leviathan is fixing his sleep schedule. Leviathan's no longer around or nothing, cause he's a freshman in what I believe to be Finnish college. I say that as if it's remarkably different from the regular college, which I guess maybe it could be if I go by what my sense of regular is. But hey, how's the workout? I still haven't set up the old Fitbit that I found in my grandma's room when we were cleaning it out, but every time I get like a little bit of sweat, I'm like, hey, I should be getting credit for this on some kind of a smart watch, some kind of an ordeal. It should be logged. And hello to Tito Boom. How are y'all doing indeed? I don't think that I mean, for one, great name. For another, I don't feel like I haven't seen that name around before, so if it's your first time stopping in here, the topic of these streams can be whatever you want it to be, whatever's on your mind, and whatever it is, I'll try to respond. I want to say that I'm an easily distractible person and might get off topic, but who knows? Maybe there's a focus in me right now. Talking about why didn't you bike in chat? Well, please don't. View premium shadow stream and ride a bike through the world at the same time. You're gonna be one of those bikers from movies and stuff that launches right over a car. Okay, I'm missing chat pieces such as, are you aware of the breakdance category of the Olympics? I don't watch sports, I don't watch TV, I'm blind, but that's my new favorite thing in life. For some reason, I'm aware of the Australian competitor doing little hops and Homer Simpson dances. That was kind of a meme or something. And then I'm also aware that even though the next Olympics is held in Los Angeles, where there was or used to be or originated a prominent breakdancing scene, they're not going to have the sport there for Los Angeles. That seems not ideal, right? That seems not ideal. There's saying I was watching one of your shorts and saw you were live, so yeah. It's okay, that's kind of funny how that keeps going. I haven't made a short or anything in a year, but then I don't want to seem affected by people in the world in general, but seeing like that several people have subscribed or found the channel through the shorts and whatnot, is making me want to start making more this week. And then later after that, school starts again. So who knows? But I don't know. It would be. It would make me a little bit sad to get through the whole year and then I don't get these ideas out of my head. There's one draft about the Owl House and one idea rattling around in my head about Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that's what's going on. And there's why are you putting a little pensive face on the watching shorts? Don't you prefer to watch pants? And that's the mood, everybody. That's the vibe, everybody. Now, so to say, Sharo, no, you already know the topic of the streams. Why do you always lie? Hey, Hey, hasn't an old topic been exhausted? Isn't that all? Isn't that all there is to it? The topic is exhausted. There's nothing more to it. There's Boom saying, I don't know what that is. Shorts versus pants. Do I have shorts near me? I mean, okay, pants, what I'm wearing right now. Shorts, another thing that I could wear like pants but shorter. But if only I had a visual example. I guess we are very slowly making our way through some absurd little arts. What's the best pants that I can draw? I think probably we put like a little bit of leg shape on that. Pants. Wow. I said that so confidently, and then I instantly, I think I broke those bones. There's one type of a pants, probably. It looks like regular pants, except it's made of lines. I'm saying the vibe is homosexuality. Most excellent. Let's talk about don't you use pants, and then home construction. Wait, you said homosexuality and you meant home construction? I believed the first one. What does home construction have to do with anything? I'll construct a home. I'm thinking of I'm inadvertently just sort of daydreaming, imagining, getting lost in thinking of an idea for an absurd, continuous power leveling webcomic. Because those are always great. I've read so many and I've liked a bunch of them. And so that's one scenario for which I would need to construct a home. But why would you need to construct a home? There's Doodle Boop saying, really love Avatar The Last Airbender. It's my sister's favorite series. Oh, hey, fun. I feel like it's relatively well liked out there, and then I don't know, it's one of those shows that invites a surprising amount of comparison, because although I think I've watched it once, watched it twice, maybe watched it 3 or so times, something like that. Watched it a few times. Is this something happening with your neuron out here? I want to also draw pants. The Avatar The Last Airbender series invites comparison because it has had a movie made out of it, if one wants to acknowledge such a thing, and it's had a live action show made out of it, but then also it's easy to compare it to the Dragon Prince other animated series, because one of the main writers, and from what I understand, Aaron, if that's the guy who was also started writing the Dragon Prince, I think he's responsible for a fair amount of the magic of the series. Not the bending, though, not the magic system per se, but just the cohesion, the ideas, the concepts, the characterization that made it work, steered them away from tired old tropes, and that's why Korra had a rough start and whatnot. There's YouTube specifically saying galvanized square steel, and Tito Boom saying my favorite character is probably Iroh. That's some good stuff. That's making me wonder if I've seen some. I did see some cool, good stylized artwork where they decided to make Iroh like quite a bit shorter than I guess Zuko and stuff like that. But in the stylization, it worked. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah. Okay, that's making me want to see how well that shows up. This is a dumb way to show off images, but honestly, I've had trouble with pulling up things on the screen. We've got a stylized Katara and Sokka, and just I don't know, much pointier Zuko, and a much rounder Iroh, and yet somehow I feel like the style works. Gosh, who was that by? Dima Tarbat HP on Tumblr. Wow, that's pretty. The reason one YouTube Society says that's my sexual preference. Wait, was it galvanized square steel? Was that? Wait, like from the home construction shorts that start out a little bit reasonable, but then the next thing you know, you're being remodeled with a lot of galvanized square steel beams? Was that it? Thanks for feeling safe enough to come out to us about the galvanized square steel. Hey, wishing you the best. There's talk of Bronx. Are you handing out new nicknames out here? Brontosaur, even newer nicknames, fresh nicknames. And there's okay. Did I want to finish drawing the rest of the short for anything? Maybe. There's simply admiration for other art styles of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay. If I've seen some people. The characters in Avatar: The Last Airbender are well written enough that it feels like they have a life of their own after the series ended, outside of the boundaries of all of this. It just feels like they have a life of their own, right? And so I've seen people do some like little shorts and stuff, making their own things. Saying, I have 2 trillion children, and I need a lot of galvanized square steel to make rooms for all of them. My aunt has some spare materials though, and that will help. And there's Tito Boom saying, would you think Hooty is a redeemable character? The latest news that I've seen about Hooty is that he's in the Alex Hirsch Book of Bill Gravity Falls piece that's come out. But whether he's redeemable or not, I think more than I think. Okay, so there was obviously like a pretty steady horror vibe throughout the series, throughout the Owl House. From the very beginning, a fairy says, I wanna eat your skin. You know, classic fairy things to say. And there's what's going on around you? And the Society asking if you're a redeemable character. Oh, if you'll work for it, absolutely. And that's a lenient sort of approach toward redemption. However, in talk of leniency, Hooty scared me more than once. I do not like how at one point, okay, and it may have been for essential plot reasons that ultimately turned out right in the end, but it still makes me feel bad that he swallowed up Amity in one bite for one episode. I think that's nasty. I think that's not so good. And so I think, as a comedic character, you have to find the most humorous reasons to say that Hooty is not redeemable. You have to find the ones that work the most. You have to perhaps dive into the absurdity of it. You have to take a look at Bellows and you have to say, hey, we're looking at Bellows. We have a backstory for Bellows. It's tragic. He's just a silly little guy, as it were. You have to say something ridiculous like that in order to follow it up with maximum effect punchiness. Hooty is not redeemable. I think we're bringing Bellows into my house right now, and we're having tea and crumpets, or whatever the hell race it's like. And then... and then we're gonna say, keep that worm bird away from me. Keep it away, please. But hello to you, and bye. We could also say that he is redeemable. We could also say, you know, it's the kind of humor that goes either way. You could say he's done more crimes than anyone else on the show. Ida might be incredibly wanted. I know I want her. But You could say that after a long, terrible journey, the little bird worm is onto it. But hello, Tagpie. After my entire rant, it's talking about being busted, guy with a sharp eye, talking about knowing that yellow anywhere. Honestly, just the shades of yellow, shades of artist yellow. Tagpie saying, what are we talking about? Oh, I've been asked if hooty is redeemable, but I feel like that got pretty self-explanatory partway into the rant. And the YouTube is also saying you won't like conjoinment bends. No, I simply had spoken. No. Tell me there's no swallowing up. Come on, that's it. Then, if conjoinment involves being swallowed up for plot-relevant reasons for a certain amount of time that ultimately turn out okay in the end, but I hate it, then is that the same as eating? Is that the same as eating? As Brina tells us, do y'all ever think about whether or not your gleep, slurp, sloop, or pretty? Tell me honestly, did some stupid ass trend take off on TikTok that's making you say this? That's making you say this right now, as if you can be possessed by such a thing. Well, she's saying hooray. Oh, Hooty being one of my favorite characters. There's certainly some chaos, some endearment, some vibes. I seem to recall vividly. Okay, wait. When did you watch the Owl House for the first time? Because I was seeing it as it was airing, and gosh, okay, where'd the rest of my thought go? Where'd the rest of my sentence go? Rest of my thought go? Where'd the rest of my sentence go? Is that it? Am I just forgetting that? Oh, yeah, okay. Rest of the sentence was that I think before the finale of season 2 and 3 came out, the fan theory existed that Hooty was gonna die. He was done for. That he was out of here. And then I was just thinking about that. Okay, to me that's so real. Am I getting clocked a second time? One for the scoliosis in the Discord, another for hey, do you know what I'm saying? This is a goofy channel and I really love it. The energy levels may ebb and flow, but yeah, a general amount of goofiness stays with us out here. There's Sabrina saying, I'm an alien Jaro, what the heck is a Tic Tac? Then tell me honestly, are the trends from Instagram? Is it from YouTube Shorts? There's so many worlds that I'm not familiar with that are full of strange things that I am reluctant to encounter. Would I go for the second one? Is that a real would you rather? Like I said, none of these words are in the Bible, but if you do a little blackout poetry, then they could be. There's saying, you don't get swallowed by mouth though. It's more of a mixing plasticine kind of consumption. I don't know if that's better or worse. I look in the mirror, I think that it's worse. I don't know if that's better or worse. There's me saying, I'm and with the what the is, those are in the people. I want to say, are neither of you, or even me, qualified to answer? Okay, I think that I started to draw a little character to get an idea out. Which layer am I even on? As the redeemability of Hooty Owl House. I compared him to a noodle too many times in a little tirade or whatever. Compared him to a noodle, and that really causes me to picture a full spaghetti plate of hootles, as it were. Let's draw a little simplified sort of an art style as I try to figure out all of these and everything and what they are and how they work. And I've drawn Owl Lady Ida a bunch of times, I want to say. Which characters have I drawn more than others? As
for making a short that was an idea. Honestly, it's weird not having, I don't know, as much confidence in an idea, because I was legitimately going to let this little idea for an Owl House animatic, humorous short, whatever the hell, I was going to let it just stay in the draft, because I thought that perhaps the moment had passed. I thought that perhaps Owl House so over forever. But no, even I know that it stays alive if the fandom stays alive. And what have I even been doing? Nothing much. I haven't even been doing anything much to help keep it alive. There's like I say, I do wonder how many words we use regularly really aren't there. It's gotta be phone, right? For the most common one, but then other words could very much be in there. Why are you zip blorping, zip gibbly blue harrowing at me on a Monday? There's Brina saying that there's a lot considering most of it's old English, but then that's a translation, so if we're using English whatsoever, then does that mean that none of it is here? None of it is here with us. There's like by saying, Charlotte, do you feel like giving me a character to doodle? I'm blanking, and okay, talk of blanking. I won't have any movie. Wait, one of those. You want it that? It. For some reason, I want to say with certainty one of those is in the Bible. For some reason. I really must read more books sometimes so I can know for sure. Anyway, characters to draw, right? I started drawing a little Ida. It's just all of the same characters that are on my mind. Just like various Owl's Houses characters. Ida's and I guess I was thinking of which ones I drew the most, so maybe that would be Luz and Rain and Hunter? Characters on the mind. Also, what amount of owly are you feeling? You've doodled far too much. Then should I try to share art styles? Is it any fun if it's a character that you're not familiar with? It might not be any fun if it's a character that you're not familiar with, but I was taking a lot of screenshots, so it is sort of perhaps obsessively on my mind. What the hell is going on in general? Well, here's the foremost character on my mind, and I don't know if little glasses man out here, if your little glasses fellow from the comics that I've been reading, I don't know if that's inspiring whatsoever, but he's wearing a little bit of a cloak. There's Brina proclaiming, thou shalt, you pussy and lesbianism we pray, amen. Hey. To quote Bill Wirtz about it, we can make a religion out of this. By saying, oh, maybe I'll draw Kim Old Man Yowie. Yeah, honestly, too many ideas came to mind. I was like, Deadpool and Wolverine smooching faces in my head, but then I'm like, that's elaborate. There's different types of old man that can be out here. Then I don't know, what should I put out here? Should I send poses? No, that would be nuts. No, I'm hooked up to the Discord wondering if I should send poses of characters because they were out here. There's like by saying, whom's this him? I was catching up or reading over the weekend this comic that only updates a couple of times a year. It's the Other Worlds books depend on the bean counter. It's
It's one of those titles that makes you go, hey, that's a title that is... They weren't kidding about the long titles of the comics. They weren't kidding about the old titles of the comics. You have a full body of this dude. Oh, maybe? I was taking screenshots, but was I taking good screenshots? That's debatable. That is debatable. Huh. Oh. Wow, they were always zooming into his little face out here. There's a partially obstructed full body image of him. He's wearing some funky little robes, I guess. He is wearing some funky little robes. In this panel, it looks like he's getting pizzas delivered to him. It does look like he's getting pizzas delivered to him, but those are books. Because he is in a magic world. There's like Deadpool and Wolverine. So various ideas are tossed around. Alright, since I've I don't know, sent a couple of these, I guess I'll just go ahead and send the one that I thought was going to be a fun kind of a pose. Honestly, if I think it's going to be that fun of a pose, then I might as well practice a kind of a pose. But here I am in several unfinished drawings because I have yet again gotten some kind of distraction. Alright, so some personality of Ida, of course, is contained in the eyes. Because the eyeliner, is it, or mascara? I watched I guess you could call it a guess ready with me, the way that... Okay, fish. You could call it a guess ready with me video, the way that it was this girl doing her makeup, but then 4 of her roommates, guess what she's doing? Okay, a couple of women yelling, and guys saying, what have I told you about comics? They're drawing me in. I don't know how much they're drawing you in, but they're drawing me in. Wants to be a human, but you're only a dish. Alright, here's a little bit of eyes, and a little bit of this, but a little bit of age on your eyes, a little bit of nose.
Did they really eat a steak and a hot dog bun?
Trying to draw this from memory too, and like if I've drawn you a couple of times, you should be in my head still. There's guys saying I saw that reminded me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh wait, okay, so we're on a little bit of telepathy with the with the guess ready with me sort of a video. A little bit of a telepathy with it. If I put this on shuffle, will it be betrayed and lagging? Honestly, that was incredibly amusing, and I can't wait to see I cannot wait to see what characters that people assign to the cacophony of voices, or as Tumblr put it, Greek chorus, if they didn't have any idea what the hell was going on. I feel like that absolutely should be redrawn with a gaggle of boys, as it were. We can say this about lots of things. There's those things being spotted in the Discord. I guess I'm just responding clocked to everything these days. Alright, here's a little bit of eyes as we draw a little bit of smile. And do I remember how your little sharp pointy tooth works? Or are all your teeth sharp? Okay, I remember that you were having, I think... Why can't I remember? Alright, so here's a little bit more wrinkle under the eyes. And this. And your hair, absolutely enormous. But we've got to create the right sort of flow going from the hair.
Alright, sharper ear on this break to draw a little Ida. And in the canon they have a smoother kind of ear. But it really amuses me to draw a lumpy kind of ear. Really amuses me. It really feels like folklore, you know? Feels like folklore when there's, I don't know, interesting sorts of ears. And there's Kai saying lots of things happening in the magma. Goodness, I'm really good at missing everything. Let's take a moment to zoom out and find out what it is, what's going on, and what is up. I do wonder if I should make a, I don't know, make a little sign yet again. Make a little sign yet again. To know what's going on in here. Whoa! Here it's going. Is this backwards? Is this backwards? I can't. Oh, it's the neuron yet again. It's the neuron yet again. The neuron is deciding as Deadpool and Wolverine start going for it. Then I suppose I have no choice but to practice these poses. YouTube instructor is saying new dilemma just dropped. Your family's legs are at risk. Not your legs though, just their legs. The way to save them is on your hands. But to save them, you have to allow everything that you've done in front of your bathroom's mirror gets released to the public eye forever. Do you do it, or is your family getting cool wheelchairs? Forever. The public eye, the past and the future, the past and the future. Harrowing, devastating. Like, honestly, I did. When I got broken up with for the first time, I did have a manic sort of lip sync session to Will Wood songs in the bathroom mirror, and one could say if one were not feeling confident, I don't want that to get out. But I'll say, you know what the hell? Let's say I am feeling confident. It was looking stylish, dare I say suave, dare I say hot. Release it to the public. Heck, I say, let's be honest, is this giving Hugh Jackman? And guys saying being in a relationship too is no one bitchless anymore. Oh, right. Oh, because Brina had just said random thought, but Gwenpool reminds me of my girlfriend. What's the news? What's the story? That's a really cool vibe for someone to have. That's a really cool vibe for someone to have. There's Heck by saying Will Wood type breakdown, truly classic. We've all been there. It was so bad that it did get on the YouTube, I don't know, recap music, whatever the hell, for the entire, I don't know, month or quarter of the year, and no shade to Will Wood, but I think that's a certified mental health event. I think that's a real sign there's something ain't right. It was okay. You asked if this was looking like Hugh Jackman. I think maybe is there like an image of him from the side? Okay, when I search up just his name, there's just a bunch of pictures, like, naturally of the guy shirtless, but also some adorable little pictures of hugging the squad. There's Brina saying, oh no, Kia Souls, she's just my best friend. No, we call each other girlfriend, boyfriend, and husband, wife. I think I did used to play house, but played husband and wife, but like in an innocent kid way with my best friend when we were really little, and then later we both came out as bisexual.
one of the many ways a life path can go. One of the many ways. Let's gaze into Hugh Jackman's face. There's YouTubers actually saying, yeah, I'm ambitious, and the speechless of this chat. Yeah, and then there's Nikolai saying, sent in general, right, what is up? Ow! Side profiles indeed. Okay, because when I look at his face head on, I guess it depends on when the picture was taken, the era. I'm getting the impression of a large kind of forehead, but then I guess his nose and lips give the impression of starting a little bit close together due to thin lip. Well, I opened up these pictures in order to figure out if I was describing him, but it's looking. Hugh Jackman is the. I guess in super analyzing as best as I can, I guess I would just ask, is his chin out, or do chins go that much out? Okay, let's go around drawing. Yes, I look at Hugh Jackman. It's clockable. What's the most clockable thing? Is it the way that his beard doesn't quite align with his jaw, or is it wrinkles under the eyes, or is it the specific amount of face that's like right here? Is it the face wrinkles, or is it the shape of the hair, or is it what creates the identity? Like, I have seen a really good artist draw Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in graphite pencils over the course of a year or something, and then they speed it up for YouTube. Thank you for speeding it up for YouTube, everybody. But but then some comments will say things like this: that's identifiable as Dwayne Johnson just from the eyes, and I'm like, that's gotta be an incredible amount of measuring, right? Or is there something else that clicks in the human mind, in the human facial recognition system, that clicks as it goes? That was Brina saying, wait, give me a sec, let me send something in general, and Hip by saying it was helpful. It totally felt like a slew of random details, but perhaps there's something helpful in there indeed. Alright, I think that I started drawing Jet from the Avatar, the Airbender. Here is. Okay, so let's try to capture the essence of a cartoon character that is already a little simplified. So the best thing that I can do when learning to draw this cartoon character for the first time is certainly to realize that I'm on the wrong layer for one. Is certainly to draw it as accurately as I possibly can to the show style, and then add other flares after I've learned what's going on. Alright, accurately as I can, at least for a first kind of pass. My mom keeps watching a whole bunch of TV series, one after the other. Alright, so let's try to get the shape of this eye. A little bit flat on top, a little bit like this on the bottom, and you got the eyes of a man who is losing it. You're losing it, baby boy. And then that implies a little bit of strain, indeed. A little bit of strain. There's YouTubers saying, when you're conjoined, you have to sacrifice the ability to be in the company of others, to be in the company of yourself. It's a bless, but a curse, but a bless. I'm not with my loved ones. I am my loved ones. Oh, dare I say, is this your first time giving away something that seems like a true outside of the sales pitch of conjoinment, downside to the whole thing? Hey, this is a safe space. You can talk about it if you wish. And then something is being sent in general. Have I missed it? There's talk of having the biggest platonic crush. Is this the same font as Brat, or am I just seeing that everywhere? Looking at images saying this is why we're not dating. We're literally dating.
Is it a young people thing and I'm the biggest hag? Is it a young people thing and I'm the biggest hag? Because although I feel like I have once said that I would love to be such best friends with somebody that people can't tell if we're dating, I think that if the best friend was also in on the joke, I would implode. I think I would implode. I think ambiguity would cause me to implode. This okay, talking the best font, and then and then writing some banter out here. I want to hone my banter to be on your level, and then head by saying, Shadow, you are young people. Heck by, listen to me. They keep making younger people. I know it's absurd. I know what could we possibly need a younger people for? But there keeps being new editions of even younger people. It's quite frankly, it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Kai with capital hags. Hagpie with the what? Nonsensical, I know. Then I was opening this in a browser, talking about the best font, and YouTubers are sort of saying, it's not a downside, Jaro. Didn't you see how I said it's a bless? Twice. It's a bless. Squared. A bless. Oh. Is that an increasing amount of number, or was it very small and I didn't even read it? Wow, you got the superscript, you got the subscript, you got the wow up in there. There's friend banter such as just say you date me and let's make out right now. On the one hand, banter level legendary. Banter level is legendary. On the other hand, I suddenly understand why the word situationship exists. Why it exists. Now that one's not in the Bible. There's me just saying, oh, what did why? There's water to be drank.
There's Brina saying our relationship is very hetero, and quite frankly, you are iconic about it. You're being iconic about it. What's I don't know. What's more legendary than being quite good friends with somebody? All right, here's a little bit more of an eye, and I can never tell if I've accidentally gotten a 15-minute version of a song. Alright, so here are your eyes. Wow. I'm trying to remember if any of my friends growing up had a crush on this guy, on Jet from Avatar, The Last Airbender, because there's like some crush-worthy characters. Sheesh. Okay, no. Your eyebrows are getting even lower, homeboy. Alright, just like this. Something like that. We'll take that one line at a time. There's YouTubers are actually saying, it's crazy how the number of younger people than you keeps growing, when the number of people older than you just keeps getting smaller. We're in a battle royale. Shut up. Who will get a victory royale? Somebody. Fortnite. Yeah. Sentence that I make when I hear words victory royale and I try to create context about it. Yeah, who wins indeed? Do you think that anyone will become immortal within our lifetimes? Not immoral, as in devoid of moral. I'm sure there's already a victory royale about that one, but like stopping aging, being healthy, and living could somebody live to 200? Could somebody do it? Alright, here's a little bit of eyebrows, and we're drawing your maddest face, my guy. We're drawing your maddest face. Alright, nah, actually there might be one face that is madder than this. Wow. Okay, this needs to line up more and better. I thought I knew the proportions. I thought I was maybe getting the proportions. I am not getting the proportions. As Brina saying, I'll just say I was born in 1699, guys, and Ekpa saying, I think my bestie Katara was definitely caught lacking. and Brina saying, do y'all know who the wolf Glick is? A Glick with an E at the end. More new words plaguing my aging mind. It's strangely lighthearted to be able to say such a thing when there's nothing to be done about it all. So let's look that up. Wolf Glick, American YouTuber. Oh, the E goes at the end of the wolf. You making songs, home slice. There's competitive Pokemon player, streamer, and YouTuber 2016 world champion. Okay, fun stuff out here. Sure, what's going on with your boy? What's going on with the fellow? Okay, so here's a image of Jet, and I really try to correctly position all of this so it makes sense. That means your eyebrows cannot be going upward even a little. They've got to overall slope downward. It was really weird watching the Studio Ghibli movie Princess Mononoke after growing up having watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, because you can clearly, I think, you can really clearly see the influences written all over it. I feel like the main villain in Princess Mononoke really inspired Azula. Alright, so here is more of a eyebrow. Is that what you look like, though? Is that what you look like, my guy? Is that what you look like, my dude? No. The YouTuber is literally saying, you're talking with an immoral person, Jero. It's me. It's been me all the time. I can guess. As you comment on the square root as eyebrows. It seems like an exaggeration, and like stylistically one could say that it is, but I'll just zoom into this video, I guess, out here, and I don't know how visible that is, but I'll click over here because I need it to be visible. That is 100% what's going on. It's 100% what's going on. Wait, if I put this in the right place, does it look like my eyes? I should do that. Kai saying Zootopia sequel stage adaptation of The Greatest Showman. Yeah, another Toy Story and 2 more Frozen movies announced it. D23 Daily Kai News. For better or worse, I'm feeling it about the Zootopia. Feeling it. And then Greatest Showman, huh? Hugh Jackman starred in it, right? And then he was on Broadway to be a music man. He was on Broadway to be a music man. Gosh, what other things did I see announced? Oh, Squid Game Season 2? Is there hype for that? Or were the contributing factors for Squid Game, first of all, that we didn't know how compelling, how extreme it was going to get, and second of all, it dropped during the pandemic, and that's what creates the global worldwide phenomenon. Can it coast off of that energy, or is everyone gonna be like, the characters died? Is any of what appealed to us still there? There's a guy saying Squid Game Season 2, everyone boo. I mean, it is funny seeing comments about it like, aw, it's too bad the original cast can't come back. Marina saying like, Wolf is so cool, even his name is cool, I wish to be a cool guy one day. Hey, everyone should rename themselves. Yeah, well, that's a statement I'll put forth without nuance. Everyone should rename themselves. Yeah, you should do it. You should be named Wolf, or something that's also cool. Something else that's cool. Yeah. Okay, was I looking anything up? I don't know if I was looking anything up. I think I was looking up Zootopia. I still have Zootopia abortion comic in my immediate Google search history. I know what it is, so why is it still like at the top? Okay. Any news? Yeah. Oh, they're casting Ki Hui Kwan. They're casting Mr. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oh my gosh, hey. Oh, there are reptiles in Zootopia. I don't know how I feel about that. Surely all the fanfic writers, I say as if I'm in a fandom or anything, but surely they were like extrapolating what kind of meats can be eaten. Was reptile on that list? Or is everything 100% bug? Is there fish? Guys saying, quick, someone give me a color for my Lucy's eyes. I forgot they needed one, and I'm talking about Hazel. And the YouTuber is actually saying, your version is sharper. I can do math on it. I honestly suspect that my version of B's eyebrows might be half as sharp. This is so basic. This isn't even anything, but every single time I have thought to do this, I think one time I just paused the Miraculous Ladybug intro on a close-up of the eyes and then put that on my face, and whoa, her nose is way smaller than human noses. It's right up there in between the eyes. Alright, so there's that, and going back over here, and Zootopia saying, should I bless you? What did you say? Totally the perfect pronunciation for the first time. Can I take a little W? You know, winners don't ask that question. I'm taking a little W right now. Winner, chicken dinner for me. There's, okay, really sharp things going on here. I think definitely the one on the side that I have drawn is sharper. It's definitely sharper. Thanks for the news. And Brina had said, recently I found out my eyes are hazel and I somehow missed this. My mom, I grew up telling me that, wait, what? That wasn't a sentence. My mom grew up telling me that my eyes turn green when I cry. And I guess that's, okay, I don't know much about eyes, but I think that should be possible, right? Because crying physically happens to your eyes, and where does the color in your eyes come from? Well, it doesn't come from pigmentation or anything. It comes from the physical structure of them. YouTube is essentially saying, what is a W? But two L's facing each other, smooching in a very gay way. You're really selling me on the concept of a W. YouTube is essentially saying, that's not possible, Jaro, you were lied. Well, I guess I'll just have to cry real close to the camera one day now, won't I? There's Marina saying, may I inquire why Jaru's a snake? How are we sure they're not a bird? Have I done anything bird-like recently? I mean, maybe high-pitched noises are encompassed within it. Alright, let's study where your mouth at, man. Where your mouth at? How much grass do it hold? Alright, a little, it's sort of lined up with the outer part of your eye, and your eye is a little more like this, and I accidentally added another thing. Another thing that I started doing is started watching the newest season of the Umbrella Academy with my mom. And then with my mom and my brother we start watching the beginning of the newest season of Dragon Prince. It's really remarkable how much Avatar Last Airbender writer Aaron Ehaes, seems to be transfixed on writing an Azula type character, but if it's, if it fascinates you once, why not do it again? But, alright, is that what a mouth looks like? I say this as if I've never drawn a mouth before. Let's try to learn from this art. Can I try to learn from this art? Is this... Is this the state to learn? Marina saying that birds eat fish and are eaters of snakes, and there's a species of bird that's poisonous to touch. This is very exciting. It would be a little bit funny to me if I didn't have any inclination toward being a furry, but if I were somehow converted or proselytized into being another kid, that's a mildly absurd idea that amuses me very much. Alright, so let's block out space for the chin, because that is something that I think bothered me with a lot of drawings that I did before I knew how to measure out proportions. Freezing on me. Alright, I think they don't really show it in the animation, but I think maybe you got sharp cheekbones, home slice. YouTubers are saying birds are stylish, and now they're saying Shadow's definitely a snake. Joked on the sword that I think I could be a frog. Wow, what in the world? There's Bria saying you're telling me a shoebell stork is stylish and can sing more than Jaro is. When does it end? When does the brutality end? When will it ever cease? Oh, there it is. I almost wish that there was some kind of sharp volley within me, some kind of thing to make this an evenly matched roast battle. But honestly, the idea of being conjoined is just too much. It's just too much. I can't formulate any roast based on it due to the fact of its existence being just a little bit too tragic. You know, some topics have to be off limits. Let's raise the nose a little bit up more. Actually, we're probably going to break your nose, man. We're probably going to break your nose. Or is it half as wide as one of the eyes? Is it half as wide as one of the eyes? Maybe. There's arguing and fighting for the ability to be a bird. I have so many really cool birds in mind. I want to say there's what, that bird with the poison, and then it's a fluffy little fellow bird with the poison. That seems like such a cool idea. Okay, where is your nose at? Sort of like this. I've got to do something, right? I've got to do something to map out proportions better. Alright, so here is your mouth. Here is your mouth. And the YouTubers are giving us the... Alright, I should head to bed. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Ah! Pulverine reel! That's what's going on. It's what's going on out here. As you talk about webtoons ruining your life, this is awesome. Oh my gosh, what else was going on in here? There's Lieutenant, stop sneaking away. Have you? Okay, wait. You've drawn the characters of Disco Elysium with very creature-like energy. It'd be like that sometimes. What? It's so cool arts out here. Good night to you. Thanks for stopping by. Heck, bye. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my gosh, Lieutenant, it was right. There's vanishing. There's Brina saying, remember to skibidi on that toilet. Well, that's some kind of energy to leave it off on. And yet the energy of somehow this gives the vibe that you got no pants on. I keep doing that to Harry Dubious in the playthrough of Disco Elysium. He keeps being without pants, but but sometimes that's what's necessary. Good night to you. YouTube is effectively saying, Priscilla, didn't you watch that incredibly deep investigation I did to discover Sharo is a snake, a king cobra? I have solid proofs, tungsten grade proofs. Oh, this was very interesting, and I feel like I remember investigations. I feel like I remember certain dramatic reveals. However, if I were to shed my skin, what if another creature were to come out? One must always ask about these things. Alright, I must decide as we get into the last half an hour of a drawing kind of thing. Half an hour of a drawing kind of thing. Must decide how much detail I'm putting on Jet. This is looking really cool, guy. It's looking really cool. Is it the same character? Is it another character? I guess I asked. It's like it could be an updating design. All right, so here is a little bit of a mouth, and your teeth are like this, sort of, and your other teeth are like this, and then you're doing some kind of a lip sync. You are very thinly smoking that zaza, and it's just like that. Yeah, somebody has rolled you the weakest blunt of all, Jet. Somebody has rolled you the wimpiest blunt ever. There's Kai saying, same character, just more detail this time. Exciting, exciting. And Word 79 chimes in to say, Deadpool x Wolverine. Before Headby has gone to sleep, we've seen the special events. The special events. It was honestly a little bit funny going to the grocery store, because I guess I hadn't been to that specific one. And then in the ketchup and mustard aisle, they do have a Deadpool and Wolverine advertisement because of the colors. And then they're like, I don't know, it's like an advertisement on the floor of the store or whatever, right? All of this regular space that your eyes could go across, and yet it could be advertising space. Innovation never stops. Still, it was funny to look at them in the store and be like, I know what you are. To me again, you those gay as hell movie to me. Woo! All right, let's find a little bit more details. And okay, how much detail did I want to put into Jet? Do I want to? I mean, I guess that I don't want to leave you bald. As Word 79 says, this is canon. There's a universe in which this is canon. Honestly, as the longtime comic fans started shouting about Wolverine because of this movie, somebody said that he's in a polyamorous relationship with who is it that's shooting the lasers out of his eyes, and one other person, but because he never kissed the dude on the face in the comics, then fans doubt that that's even possible. But the lore of Wolverine is that he's 200 years old, right? So in all of that time, you're gonna test at least once if you are bisexual, right? Something like that. Well, it's just there's a universe in which this is canon, and Heckfire says, happy to serve, and you have served. Oh, and I believe that was a way, and where 79 says Cyclops. There we go. As the Shadow Fury appears and says, hello to you. The topic of the stream can be whatever you want, whatever's on your mind, and I'll try to respond to whatever it is. So, how's it going? We've got, we've got some Deadpool and Wolverine. We've got some mildly lost connection on my end, and I'm gonna try to study drawing really wild eyebrows Jet from Avatar The Last Airbender. Let's study this exact frame. Study that as fast as I possibly can so that I can try to try to rid myself of the original character ideas that are popping into my mind and plaguing me, frankly plaguing me. There's a saying, genre, the disrespect to lazy ass man, and the Shadow Fury saying, what am I seeing, art? There's art around here. They're saying, I don't think I was mentally prepared for this. Well, hey, consider yourself prepared now. You've heard of Get Good, get ready for Get Gay, where Get Gay. I feel like I could say this in more of a sales pitch kind of a voice. I feel like there's a world in which I say this in a way that has such conviction, such veracity, that's a word, that it just makes sense instantly, on impact. It makes sense on impact. Never there's Shadow Fury saying, I just came from a horror stream, and I'm seeing people kissing. What a wonderful world. What the hell is happening with this stream? I don't think that I wrote anything like super different in the tags or anything. That something is happening that's causing just one or two people to wander in. What the hell? How was the horror stream? Was it horrifying? Honestly, I watch these blockbuster movies. I declare that they are homosexual, and then but there's also a little bit of horror in wanting and not knowing whether you will be wanted back. There's word 789 saying, get uncanny X-Men. Oh perfect. I am not sure whether I should try to watch the new X-Men, new-ish X-Men show that's like based off the 90s one, but I think that probably my mom would really get a kick out of that. She would really get a kick out of that. Alright. I think that I keep trying to introduce the movies. There's guy saying, I wish I can draw men, can't even draw their partner. This is why everyone must be unified. I think the last time that you were drawing guy, dude, man, I think the last time it was looking all right, you know. There's just there's a range of what people look like. As Hegpie says, I'd like to state for the record that the kiss was Shadows' idea based as it may. What? Are we passing it off as if it's some kind of blame? Not a blame, but a claim to fame. That's what's up. There's YouTubers actually saying these streams get horrifying sometimes more. Most horrorous than any horrific movie. I mean, I suppose once or twice I've been horrified. But then isn't comedy like the flip side of horror? Don't they both rely on some kind of exaggeration? I say this very confidently as if I've seen like a lot of horror films and stuff. Now, I think maybe the bloodiest thing that I've ever watched might be Invincible. I found that harder to watch than live action Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, I found that harder to watch. Let's get a little outline of the hair. And it's shaped a little bit like that. And there's word 789 saying, question, would you rather have Professor X powers? But you must be bald. Do you accept? I gotta find a picture of myself being bald right now. I think I have a picture of myself being bald. Look me in my eyes. Am I someone who doesn't dare to be bald? But I dare. There's like this saying, boy, it's easy to draw men. Just do X. X, Y, Z. Hey, it could get complicated. It could get complicated up in here. Wow, okay, God, what year was it that I cut every single hair off of my head? Sheesh. Wow, okay, whenever I had an idea to try to do do a fan animatic thing for Invincible, so because Amazon did not allow screenshots, I physically took pictures of my screen like some kind of a jump. Wow, that was before I cut off all my hair. I really have left some ideas on hold all the time, every day, all the time. Scrolling past memories, a pillow exploded in the dryer, a stir fry was made in a wok, a dress was worn, mirror selfies. Wow. I accept that any day. Oh yeah, you would go for the powers. And the YouTubers are like saying, "Shall we show that picture? I will use my power to meme to the max." It's I feel like it's not even unusual. I feel like I've shown the picture before. My room used to be really clean. God, what did I do? No, God, well, wow. No, it was really clean out here. Something is wrong. Something is really wrong. Okay, but I keep on scrolling, and the Shadow Fury says women are a little bit more harder, and people don't actually do it. Hey, I guess the only consideration for if I were to go bald. Okay, I think that after I shaved off all my hair. No way. Do I not have the really shiny photos saved on this device? Do I not? Wow, okay, that's bizarre. How bizarre. Yeah, okay, apparently there's no, wow. Okay, so I couldn't reach all of it, so I guess there's still a video in here from when I was getting my head shaved, because one day, like, out of the blue, I just decided to shave my entire head, but I tried to do the top of my head with a regular razor, and I did accidentally give myself male pattern baldness. Wow, okay, why would I not have the images that I'm looking for out here? No, it grew back pretty fast as well. Well, that is to say, Professor X powers could be pretty cool. I've seen 1 or 2 X-Men movies. Do the powers hurt? Do they hurt? There's talk of face structure, and then talk of men, and talk of we all gonna be bald. This is some magnificent assertions. Okay, do I know how I draw women's versus men's? Like, it could be, I don't know, it could be anything. And I feel like you can also have a smooth, stylized face where the faces are like pretty much the same. Do I know? Do I know what they are? You've got me thinking on this while I simultaneously open my Tumblr blog to see if I posted a picture of myself being bald, like severely bald, like, because for some reason on this phone or whatever, I've only got images of okay, let's map out the parts of the face a little bit. Do I know how I personally draw women versus men? If I'm simplifying the faces, like, then it might just be context clues, or I don't know, average shoulder width. Yeah, that might be it. Cause with the simplified faces, I think you could go either way, right? So like with men and okay, with everyone you're gonna want to be drawing the hairline, and that is a facial feature. Don't forget that facial feature. All right, so there's some kind of a thing going on there. So it was like they're saying, why did you get bald though? Do you want to have knee head? Why are you calling it knee head? Why are you calling it infinite forehead? Why?
No, it's because before that I had really long hair, and in a way, I still have really long hair, because I put that into a jar and never quite got rid of it. But it was really heavy, and I think I tried to lay down with it after it was like damp once, which all of the grandmothers advise against. Alright, so let's draw you a little bit of a hairline too. Let's give you a little bit of fringe or bangs, why not? Alright, a little bit of this, and then a little bit of an ear, a little bit of, well, a little bit of a shape like this. And that's I don't know, sketch version, so you could say it's the most simplified that it would ever be. There's the shadow period talking about putting out the infinite forehead, and like in the drawings, hey, cool stuff out here. There's many very neat drawings around here to be had. Okay, it might be, okay, now I'm left with 10 minutes to get out the character ideas for the day so they don't haunt me. Alright, so I guess if you wanted to go full ridiculous dimorphism in the styles of various comic characters, you could have wide shoulders versus wide shoulders, and then a wide neck versus like narrow shoulders and narrow neck. But that's like, I don't know, that's pretty simplistic. Oops for both of you. That's pretty simplistic, but then again, I guess in a way, simplistic drawings also have their place, very much so. Simplistic drawings can be good and fun, and did I start putting a crazy amount of video on there? Okay, let's erase part of your face, but yeah, just a wider neck, I guess. And then I guess that does not say much for facial features, if that's what a person is stressing about drawing, But I have seen it is probably the webcomic reading brain rot once again, right? I've seen so many male characters with very pretty facial features. They just keep on coming out with them. Alright, so there's, I don't know, you can have any amount of eyelashes. Heck, by saying, you guys aren't talking at me after I've fallen asleep. You wouldn't do that to me, right? No. It's not for seriously. And you can tell that I'm honest with the accuracy that I was saying that sentence. We try that again. It's not serious anatomy. It's like the comic anatomy where it's a little bit dangerous to learn these rules. Okay, I'm gonna say dangerous yet satisfying. Dangerous because if you don't know how to break the rules, then if you learn a set of rules that were developed after somebody gained mastery, then you're not gonna understand them on the same level. And that's what I think about learning a cartoon style before you learn realistic styles. But also, there is way more instant gratification if you learn the cartoon styles, because they're easier to get and they're easier to replicate, and that's why they exist, to be easy to replicate. But yeah, it's so in the name of instant gratification, there's a little bit of cartoon styles going on here. Alright, so here's a little bit of eyes. And I think you can have, what is it, eyelashes and whatever styles you like. And where are we? There's the Shadow Fury announcing lobotomy. Is that like how anime characters yell out a special attack? Did one lucky winner in this chat just get a lobotomy? Here is, okay, a little bit more of an eye. And that's not even whatsoever, as Hegbai says. It's not what it looks like. Fascinating.
Of all the phrasing that one can choose, am I shaping this so that it kind of looks a little bit like that Roblox face? God damn. I keep having a weird variety of pictures of myself that why was I napping next to the snacks? What was going on? What was happening? There's scrolling on, and the attempts at documenting some hair, because it grew out from baldness pretty fast. And there's the Shadow Fury announcing that you're dying of laughter. Of all the ways to die, I swear. Okay, in conjunction with the previous sentences or line of thought, it would be really funny if, in addition to anime characters shouting out their attacks to know what's being done, it would be a little bit funny if they also shouted out what was killing them. Where, I don't know, they start out saying something like 1,000 fists of fury, and they end the fight being like major organ failure, but like in the same tone. And God, what amount of bald did I? So I do all of these streams using my old phone as a webcam, because I thought that it was one of the best cameras that I have that's around. And that might be where all of my pictures of being bald are. Not that it's particularly important, but I guess I was sort of on a quest for that, more or less on a quest for that. But yeah, I guess I had a picture of... I did get it cleaner in the end. I did get cleaner images, cleaner haircut, I mean. But I did fully... That looks edited, and it looks bizarre. I did accidentally give myself male pattern baldness because I couldn't reach the back of my head in my free haircut idea. It just seems foolproof, you know? Saving money, hella happy, that's a bargain. Me when I give myself male pattern baldness. But you really can't reach the back, and you can tell. There's something exclaiming my eyes. Now you can't claim this. You can't claim this as one of the horrors that happens on these streams. You can't, okay? Because that's just fashion. Of course, fashion. And okay, looking at what mouths are made of. A little bit like this. If we follow an anime sort of a style, if we follow the style of the comic that I want to know more about, then it's just sort of going like this. However, you can, even in a simplified anime style, have a little bit more wrinkles around the eyes to give a sense of groundedness and expressiveness. And I don't know, normally in anime styles there's some kind of a hair that goes onto your forehead. Sure, okay. There's a little bit like this, a little bit like that. There's talk of so shiny, and talk of cheese, we need cheese. Well, there's like 3 minutes left on this stream, so perhaps indeed. Are you proposing male and female types? You know, go for it. There's... I think I basically had the same face in mind for both of these. Yeah, might as well give out faces, even if we're needing a little bit of cheese out here. Let's give out faces. And what amount of face have you got? Just the same amount of face. And if you have bangs, then your eyebrows might not be visible. Here is a little bit of wrinkles around the eyes and a little bit of mouth. And that's how you draw a simplified human being with tiredness in their eyes, That's how all simplified human beings go. And there's some
What character design going on here? I wish I knew if I recognized such a fellow indeed. That's a fun pose out there, Kai. Let's draw some cheese then. Why not? Every time I think of cheese, I think a little part of me says, just sort of remembers that one, I don't know if it is a meme or whatnot, that one meme where it's like, fun fact, you can capture white people with cheese. And every time I enjoy cheese, I feel the European descent half of me being like, hey, this is it. We're really cheesing now. And you are in fact vulnerable to being captured by the cheese. There's Kai saying it's a random character. My attempt at drawing men. I have too much Deadpool Wolverine on the brain because I definitely thought for a sec, is this some kind of superhero Gambit Channing Tatum? Is this some kind of the fellow? But no, new characters can exist, and in fact they do exist, and in fact they're existing. It's going pretty neat, it's going pretty cool. As Brina goes to send art on the Discord, hey. Alright, so let's have more of a triangle shape out here. And It's Not Okay appears. Hey, hello to you. Saying to you guys. Sorry I wasn't here for so many streams, but I got a new phone. Same model, but twice the storage, up to date, works 10 times better. Hey, congratulations. It is. I'm 100% shook at the rapid advances at just how much more storage there can be in phone and new phone and stuff like that. My dad got a new phone and the storage on it is twice as much as the computer that I'm streaming from. What the hell? How is that possible? What is going on? But hello, and I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're feeling okay. And I see you found the secret phrase talking about two swords, and you had an 8-year-old iPhone 7. Wow. That is the kind of thing that would look for a doubling in storage, wouldn't it? Okay, and the art was sent, so let's and we're hitting 2 hours, so let's start to get out of here. Let's start to get out of here with arts. Let's looking at headbands though, gotta appreciate the Kai arts in here. That makes me wonder if I know anything about headbands. And you're granting us the delightful, silly, furry sorts of vibes. Is it the stylized hands of furries indeed? Stylized sort of things. I feel like this could be an emote, sort of a Discord emote. And It's Not Okay saying it was only 32 gigabytes, and I was struggling to use that thing. Oh, every time I go to, I don't know, download an app or some kind of game or something on phone, it seems like they take more and more space lately. Simply absurd. They're simply killing us out here. Oh, we're looking at hands and looking at some stylish and adorable furry art. Look at this little face. And guys, I tried to finish the sketch before the stream ended. WEBTOONS will pay. Oh my! The WEBTOONs are to blame on it. This is so cute. Is this going to be a sticker or something for real? It's looking really cool. And here we go. Back onto the canvas. A single wedge of cheese present in here with Harry Dubois from Disco Elysium, trying to capture that floating cheese. Get your treats, my boy, get your treats. And there was talk of Ida, there was talk of Jet, there was talk of various long arms, talk of a really cool, more detailed original character. As Brina says, "You're so vain, I bet you think this song is about you, don't you?" And that's Carly Simons, "You're so vain." Hey, and now, is that an older one now? It's That's some good song lyrics. That's some good song quotes. I tried to put a sparkle near your arts to try to complement the other sparkles. That was some other strange shape that I don't quite know.
And then is there shipping going on with original characters? Hey, it's looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty good. And whoa, 1972.
I think perhaps my mama might be that old.
My mama. And this is quite the stylish character, guys. This is quite the stylish character. Oh my goodness. Hearts on your hearts. There's much things to appreciate as DTC998 appears at the end of the stream saying, "Hello, I'm Willy Wanker, owner of the chocolate factory. I'm giving away 5 gold tickets hidden in 5 chocologs." This does seamlessly transition to a mental image of somebody beating you in the stomach to try to find the chocologs. But I suppose the steps required to try to get to that mental image, to try to explain it, are a few, you know? A few, and we can simply Occam's razor it away, appreciating these very cool arts. And the silly ones as well. And the silly ones as well. As It's Not Okay says, also I had a heart attack because my mom had my old phone which still had my iCloud on it so she could see everything. But I realized I could sign her out from the phone, so I'm all good. Okay, hey, that's fun stuff. And DC9 talks about visiting the factory, helping with production. Oh no you don't. Oh no you don't. And Brina gives us the sign off. Bye and remember Balzac. Hey.
I feel like a wise man once said, "My heart will go on." Maybe? No, that was Celine Dion. We're scatterbrained, and the art has been great. And thank you.